Jeff, good to see you. We are starting with a question. What is a retirement drawdown strategy? I know you have 6 tips to help make sure that our money lasts because, of course, we spend decades building our nest egg. And then when we retire, we need a plan to stop saving and start spending, but not spending so much that we risk running out of money. So, again, you have 6 tips for us to consider. The first is that we need a plan to minimize taxes.
That's right, Erin. That's exactly right. So, taxation in retirement is one of those big killers of your retirement success. And so, you want to have a plan to make sure that you effectively pay as little as possible. And so, having tax diversification is part of that. And so, one strategy is to break your taxable accounts up into different buckets. Bucket one would be a taxable bucket where you have your savings, you have retirement accounts, or you have brokerage types of accounts. And then bucket two would be your tax deferred accounts. Those would be your IRAs, your 401ks and such. Again, you receive the tax break up front, but they're going to be taxable later on down the road. And then the third bucket would be the tax-free bucket, which I like most of all. Again, tax rates historically have been very, very high. And so we think we're living in a high tax rate challenged economy right now, but really historically the marginal tax brackets are as low as they've been and potentially could go up in the future. So important to consider your tax diversification, again, to pay as little taxes as possible in retirement.
Absolutely. And I do like the sound of tax-free. That's always good. All right. Number 2, we need to determine when is the most financially optimal time to claim Social Security. And this can be pretty complicated.
That's right. Social Security is one of those big decisions that all of us are going to face. And it can be an irrevocable decision as well. Lots of things go into consideration with this. You have to consider if you're married or single, what your health is like, longevity in your family can be important. If you have other income streams like pension, if you have guaranteed income streams such as annuities and such, and your different investments as well. So all these things come into play to determine what your best strategy is going to be. And you can't make your best decision without really considering all of these things. You can't make your best decision in a vacuum. You have to consider all these different factors to come up with what your best strategy is. So you can look at these online calculators and such, and the online calculators can spit out a number for you. But it's important to have a discussion with someone to really come up with your best strategy.
Yeah, there's a reason those free online calculators are free. It's not a conversation. All right, number 3, for those who are lucky enough to have a pension, you need to choose the right pension payout.
That's right. Pensions are worth their weight in gold. They really are. But there's an important decision because it can be an irrevocable decision as well, whether to take that pension as a lump sum and roll it into an IRA account, which can give you lots more flexibility, or to take the guaranteed income stream. But then how do you structure that? As a single life, as a joint life? And then there's lots and lots of different alternatives on the joint life. So again, you want to talk to someone to get good advice on what the best pension structure will be for you.
Of course. Number 4, this is a really important one. It's that delicate balance between guaranteed income and long-term growth.
Yeah, absolutely. Guaranteed income streams could include Social Security, a pension if you're lucky to have that, or a guaranteed annuity income stream as well. And then the variable type of income stream would come from things such as your portfolio that is invested in stocks and bonds and such. The guaranteed stream can be considered important for things like basic living expenses. And then the variable stream for things such as discretionary money. That's your fun money. Go see the grandkids occasionally, go on a vacation once in a while.
And then, of course, we need a plan for longevity. We are just simply living longer.
That's right. Yeah. If you look back, people are living a lot longer than they used to. And one of the biggest fears of retirees is running out of money before you run out of life. Right. And so, again, it's important to have a strategy for that. Retirement could be a very long-term type of endeavor. Could be a 20 to 30 plus year type of endeavor. And so you want to really consider and have a plan for how you structure your investments and such to take that into account.
Well, and as you and I were talking offline, you don't want to spend too much, but you don't want to spend so little that you compromise your quality of life and you're not enjoying this retirement that you've worked so hard for.
Yeah, that's it. That's why it's so important to have a retirement income plan, because that's exactly right. You could spend too much and run out of money, and that's not good. Or you could spend too little, and you could really not have the type of retirement that you really deserve, that you've earned over the years.
Right. And then the last thing that we need to consider, inflation.
Yeah, inflation is really that secret killer. Things are going to cost a lot more in the future. Healthcare and everything else really bumps up with inflation. And so you have to have an investment strategy to keep pace with inflation. You can't, as people get older, they tend to be more conservative with their investments. But again, you want to have a strategy that keeps pace with and exceeds inflation, so that you can have, again, a quality retirement income.
Right. And that goes back to number 4, the long-term growth. They're all interrelated. And, talking this through with you, Jeff, it's easy to recognize that there is no one correct drawdown strategy. It has to be a personalized solution for everybody. So if somebody wants to figure out their own unique drawdown strategy with you, how can they reach you?
Yep, they can email us at jeff@gortonfinancial.com. They can look at our website, gortonfinancial.com.
All right. Perfect. Jeff, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Erin.